This is dirty work. This is labor-intensive work. Heartbreaking work. But the fruit, the harvest, the rewards, make it all worth it.
That's right. That's right.
It's hard work, church. I told you this last week. Fishing for men is hard work. It's difficult work. I even went as far to say yesterday that the fishermen of this time and in this place, they fished naked because it was hard, dirty work. They didn't want to get all the fish guts and scales and stank on their clothes. They didn't want to get all that on them, so they did it naked. Why? Because it's easier to wash off. It wouldn't mess up their good clothes. This is hard work. It's labor-intensive work. It takes time. It takes process. It takes practice. It's heartbreaking work. Why? Because sometimes you go out night after night, day after day, and you cast your nets, and you try so hard, and the fish get away. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see people come through those doors who need Jesus Christ and they leave without ever accepting Him. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking to know that a young person is struggling with identity issues and all those kinds of things, and they leave with never asking the question. It is heartbreaking work. Why? Because you care. A person without blinders cares like Jesus cares. The fruit of what we do is worth every single ounce of struggle. It's worth every single ounce of struggle. The question God will not ask you is this. So how did you do such a good job babysitting, coddling, and making comfortable the church? That is not the question that God is going to ask us. And now I'm closing. I shortened my sermon today. Y'all should be happy. I had about 10 other slides. I think a revival's getting ready to break out now. 10 slides short. This is not the question that God is going to ask you when you get to heaven. I mean, so tell me how'd you do it? How'd you go to church every Sunday for like 50 years and not do anything? I mean, that's incredible. How did you go to church every Sunday and hear that great preaching by the pastor for which nobody raised their hand last week? How did you go every Sunday and not be moved and motivated to step out into the community and do something for me? How'd you do it? I'm just curious. I mean, that's powerful. It's powerful that you were able to deny and refuse and stand in the way of so many people coming to the cross. Amazing. How'd you do it? Not the question you want to ask. The question God will ask you is this. What did you do with my son? What did you do with my son? I sat there and watched him bleed and die on the cross for you. What did you do with my son? What did you do with the screams that he gave as they were putting the nails into his hands and to his feet? What did you do with the blood as it gushed out from the side where they stabbed him with the spear? What did you do with the droplets of great sweat that came from his brow from the agony that he was in? What did you do with my son? I'm the one who had to sit here and listen and wait and hope for him to do what he was supposed to do. What did you do with my son? Take off the blinders, church. Look around you every single day. Everywhere you go, there is somebody who needs a touch from God. And you've got it inside of you. You've got everything you need. You've got all the power. You've got all the authority. You've got all the grace. You've got all the mercy. You've got all the love. You've got all the anointing that you need to make a difference in somebody's life. Take off the blinders. It's not my place, Pastor, to interject myself into somebody else's business. Really? Who said that? Culture? Politics? Work policy? Self-preservation? We don't. We aren't. We won't do it. Really? Every opportunity you have to simply smile and be kind is a God moment.
That's right.
I didn't say break out the KJV,
Right.
large print, study Concordance Bible on the side. I didn't say none of that. I said every opportunity you have to be Christ to somebody is a God opportunity. Simply care. Care for the unchurched. Care for those who don't know Him, who have not had the opportunity to experience His grace. Care. That's what I'm asking you to do this morning. One of my favorite movies. If you have a weak stomach, don't watch it. Saving Private Ryan. It's a war epic about a small group of individuals who were called to go into a war zone to find one person. They traipsed across the countryside and engaged in battles. And every time they would come across a pack of American troops, they would say, "Do you know so-and-so? Do you know him? Have you seen him? Because we have the task of going to get him, to take him home." That's our job. And finally they find him. But the problem is this. The Germans are coming quicker than what they can escape. And so they have to shore up where they are. They have to fight the battle in the holes that they're in. They're low on ammunition. They're low on personnel. But they've got to protect that bridge in order to to win the battle. And the very end of the movie comes. And the main guy is laying on the bridge and he's shot and he's wounded. And every single one of the guys who went after this one individual had given their life for him to go home. And there they are on the bridge together. And he looks up at the guy and he knows he's going home. They've won the fight and he says, "Earn us. Earn us. Don't let it go to waste. You've been given an opportunity to live. You have been given an opportunity to live life. Ours has gone. We don't have it now. All these guys gave their lives for you. Earn us." And I imagine that Jesus is saying the same thing from heaven. Don't waste my sacrifice. You have been given the opportunity to live. Now go out and live. Go out and make a difference. Go out and share my love. Share my story. Earn us. You can't earn grace. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't get theological on me. I'm talking about doing something with the gift that God has given you. And I'm talking about being unleashed for the unchurched in this community and making an impact where we are. That's what I'm talking about. You are the fire. You are the revival. You are the force of God in this community. You are.